Are you thinking about selling your home in Sammamish or Issaquah, but you're not sure if this is the right moment to pull the trigger? Hey, it's Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group here. We are Seattle and Eastside realtors, specializing in relocation, move up, move down sellers, and buyers across the Seattle Eastside areas, specifically in Sammamish and Issaquah markets. By the way, we are in these neighborhoods every single week. Now here's what I want to tell you straight up. Selling in this market is absolutely doable, but the strategy that most sellers default to will get you into trouble, especially in this market. Now, if you go to market assuming that buyers will compete the way they used to, you're gonna sit in disappointment as well as momentum, as you know. Hey, stick around until the end because I have some goodies for you absolutely free that you're gonna find value with. If you are thinking about selling in Sammamish or Issaquah in the next, say, 6 to 12 months, feel free to direct message me or book a free, no obligation strategy call using the Calendly link in the description below. Let's look at your specific situation together and come up with a creative solution so that you sell your home for top dollar. And so now let's get into it. Now, before we get started, here's one thing you absolutely need to understand about the market right now. Inventory is up significantly across the east side areas and buyers have more choices. This is more than they've had in years and they're using it as leverage. They're doing comparison shopping, they are reading inspection reports thoroughly, not waiving anything, and they are coming in with contingencies as well. They would not have dared use when the inventory was tight. Now that shift is the entire reason your strategy has to be different, and it's also the reason that sellers who execute well are still winning. And this is because most of their competition is not executing well. So with that background, let's talk about what actually helps you win. Now, the first and the most important decision you will make as a seller is your list price. And I want to reframe how you think about it entirely. Now, most sellers think of the list price as a starting point. Now, they go in high expecting to negotiate down. In this market, that thinking will kill your momentum before you even get started. And a home that is overpriced, even by say 5%, enters the market quietly. You get fewer showings, days on market starts climbing, and buyers who are now comparison shopping, especially with the rate situation across multiple listings, start asking, why is this home still available for sale and why hasn't it sold? And that question never helps you. However, here's what actually works. Price your home to attract buyers, not leave room when a home is priced at a fair market value right from day one. Now that creates urgency and buyers feel it. Now, showings stack up in the first couple of weeks. You negotiate from strength, not from a position of chasing the market down. Now, I have watched sellers leave significant money on the table by overpricing to start. And that was not because the market was bad, because they gave buyers a reason to wait and watch. Now, your second lever would be presentation. And at the price point we're talking about in Sammamish and Issaquah, it is absolutely a non-negotiable. Now, buyers comparing a $1.4 million home to 3 others in the same neighborhood are absolutely going to choose the one that feels worth it. Staging, professional photography, video and drone footage are all not extra costs, but worthy investment decisions. Now, I've seen sellers recover the cost of staging several times over in a strong final offer. Now, when buyers have options, condition and presentation are what separate a quick sale from a slow one. And all of this matters with timing. Timing totally matters here. And July is actually a smart window to be in. Why? Relocating families who need to be settled before the school year starts are still actively buying right now. Now, that back to school urgency creates a specific motivated buyer profile that aligns perfectly with Sammamish and Issaquah. And the family demographic simply aligns with it. Now, if you list in July, price it right and present it well so that it's easy for buyers to make a decision to go ahead with their purchase and making offers. Hey, I also want to bring up one more thing that's worth mentioning, especially if you're selling because you need to buy your next home at the same time. As a REMLO, which is real estate mortgage loan originator, I can coordinate your selling strategy and your buyer financing in a single conversation. Now, that is something simply many of the agents cannot offer. We look at bridge loans, contingency structures, and timing strategies that protect you on both sides of the transaction. It sounds complicated, but in practice, it almost always simplifies things. If that is your situation, selling and buying at the same time, let's talk about it specifically, because the solution is usually a lot closer than you think. So with all that said, here's the bottom line. Sammamish and Issaquah are not broken markets, they are balanced markets, which means sellers who execute win and sellers who wing it sit with price reductions. And the gap between two of those outcomes is almost always entirely strategy. Now in the description below, I've linked our seller net sheet, which details the proceeds for you to run your own numbers. Now I've also linked testimonials from Eastside sellers whom we've worked with recently. Real outcomes, no fluff. You can hear it from them as to how well we were able to help them. Hey, also give this video a like if you found value. Share it with anyone you know who is thinking about listing this summer, and they too need to see this before they go to market. Now I've included my contact information in the description below. Let's talk, and we'll help you win.